Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into it. All right, I guess y'all watched the draft last night, and we only had one taken in the first round. Surprised me a little bit. Not that Darnell Wright got drafted early. You know, everybody was thinking early teens for him, and he wound up 10th to Chicago. But Hendon has not been drafted just yet. I don't think that'll be too much longer. And then also Hyatt, and we're wondering about Cedric Tillman, and then Merritt Griffin just absolutely launched one last night in the bottom of the ninth for a walk-off victory over Mississippi State. So we're going to talk about all those good things. All right, so that draft went really long. I think it went to almost midnight, and it didn't go exactly the way I thought. I thought somebody would take a chance on Will Levis, and I certainly thought Hendon would probably go in the late 20s, somewhere in that neighborhood, but it looks like it probably early second round. Now, let's get into the picks right now coming down tonight. And here are your picks. Your first pick in the round two. Steelers have the first pick tonight. And where I'm seeing Hendon could go possibly 36th to Los Angeles, 37th to Seattle's a possibility. The Raiders, that would be a good choice for me. I'd like to see him go there, even though they've got a dumpster fire of a coach. He's terrible. He's already failed once in the NFL as a head coach, and now I guess he's going to fail twice. But, you know, the ownership over there at the Raiders, that guy's an absolute genius. He passed on Harbaugh, who has been incredibly successful in the NFL and in college twice, and goes with a guy that's got a failed record because he was underneath the guru over there at New England. Whoopity-doo. So anyway, I would like to see him go to the Raiders because I think we'll be done with that crappy head coach.
Listen, Harry, if you're unhappy with my work, tell me now.
You're through. Do you hear me? Through. You'll never work in this town again.
Soon enough, and then by the time he's gone, I think Hendon to be ready to take over. And the Saints would also be a very good spot. I know he's talked a lot to the Saints, so that'd be a good landing spot for him. And let's see where they're mocking the other Vols. Sports Illustrated's got him going 36 to the Los Angeles Rams. That's certainly a possibility. They've got Will Levis going to the Raiders. That'd be about right for the Raiders.
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
That would be kind of ideal. I tell you, I can't catch – if you're a Raiders fan, you can't catch a break. Jalen Hyatt, they've got going to the New England Patriots. And let's see where else we've got our guys going. Let's see. They've got Cedric Tillman going 65th to the Texans, which would be in the third round, very first in the third round. And then Byron Young, they've got going to the Rams in the third round. So that would be fine. Look, Hendon with that knee.
Well, with your bad knee, Ed, you shouldn't throw anybody.
There's questions about the system and all that. I guess that kind of held some people off. But he's going to be a good pickup for somebody, probably in the early second round. Hyatt with his speed and his hands is going to be a nice pickup, again, probably in the second round. And then Cedric Tillman, he's got the physical tools to be in the NFL, probably amongst all the Vols players. I think he's going to get picked up either fairly early in the third round or late in the second round. And then Byron Young's going to be a nice pickup too. Very good edge rusher and got a good motor. So that's what's going on at the NFL draft. Didn't go exactly the way we wanted it, but, you know, second round would not be bad at all. And really that might be best for Hendon. Gives him that full year to recover. They'll have a starter in front of him, and then he can learn the system and be 100% physical because he's got to be able to scramble. That's a big part of his game. It's not the only part, obviously. He's got a great arm, but that ability to run is really important for him. So let's talk about the Vols baseball last night. And I'm going to pull this up on Twitter, that home run at the end.
Dad, oh, he got all of that one.
You can see there he absolutely crushed it. I mean, he knocked it forever. Yeah, I think it went over this second wall back here. Here he is running around. And the officials had to get on him a little bit and say, keep running, because they were worried he was going to celebrate a little too much, then Mississippi State might get mad. I would enlarge this, but it gets too blurry. Yeah, there he is. He's talking to him. Probably said, good job, son. But that was a great ending. That's the second time he's done this. He is Casey at the bat, man. Only he's actually hitting the home run instead of striking out. And look at him all excited. That's 4 SEC wins in a row, and they're 9-10 now. They were 5-10, so they're pulling back into the running in the SEC, and these are just absolutely critical. I mean, God, he crushed that ball. It was ridiculous. And then Chase Burns came in and won the game for him at the end by shutting them down. He did give up one home run, but, man, I'm telling you, he looks good. He's going to be a great closer up in the Major League Baseball if he's not a starter. So I was stuck at work most of the day, but I did want to come back and do a video.
Well, the world needs ditch diggers, too.
Judge Smales always has to smack me down every time he gets a chance. And if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Let's remember to continue to cover the Vols and the NFL draft and just everything Vols. And if you've not subscribed, it's right here on the left. Just hit that little button. Just boom. It's all you got to do. Costs you nothing. Helps me out. And right over here's my most recent video. Check that one out. And we'll see you next time on Sports Talk Jay.